Hello, everybody, and welcome back for another episode of Magic 2015. This is Nick and the Dancing Dingleberries, of course, Alpaca Patrol and Last Grey Wolf. How's it going?
I thought you were gonna say this is a story of a girl. I don't know why.
Hmm.
Cried a river and drowned the whole world.
Yeah.
But she wasn't playing a blue deck, so she was kind of sad because she can't do that.
That would make sense. That sounds like a band name. We should have a band called the Dancing Dingleberries.
That's you guys. I don't dance.
It's kind of
You don't
gross,
dance?
though.
I don't
You
know.
guys-
I have or you have a video from PAX on your channel that says
No.
otherwise.
I don't have that.
You
You
guys, you guys know what? You guys both know what a dingleberry is, though, right?
Yeah, it's a little dried up piece of it's a
Berry
ball
that
of poop that
tingles.
sits around your butthole.
Oh, it's not poop. It's it's fabric.
That's not poop.
It's not poop.
It's usually poop.
No, dingleberry's not poop. Dingleberry's is like a little piece of like cotton or something that is attached.
I mean,
to
it
your
can be
butt
that
hair.
as well, but you're going to get a lot of people telling you it's poop in the comments, so I just want to prepare you
have
for
not
that.
known that it was poop. I've never heard of it as being
Man, I
poop.
hope you didn't like touch any dingleberries and this is poop.
Maybe.
You went on a berry picking session one day and then realized, oh, maybe I should avoid this one.
Mm.
Ready?
It's,
Sweet.
It's not poop.
It's not a pooper.
Not a poop.
Wow,
Wow.
like that sort of amount.
Okay. I have 7 black lands, or excuse me, 6 black lands and 1 white card. That is.
Yeah,
that is
right.
the-
That's a
what I
good
got.
Damn,
start.
mulligan that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to mulligan that. That was funny though. I appreciated it.
Mulligan. So I've been designing
Mulligan.
Dota heroes. I mentioned this in the last episode. It is really hard. It's not
Yeah.
easy.
You're really hard. It's
Thank
the
you.
Same joke that I made when you said that in Skype.
It is very difficult. There's a lot of numbers and math involved.
Are you really surprised by that information?
No, I'm not, but man, when you cuz conceptualizing heroes is not easy, but it's also hard, but like getting down and dirty into the numbers, then it
That's
gets
what the actual work is. Drawing a cool picture of something and coming up with a story for it isn't really much.
Well, it's not the story, it's the spells really. But
Whatever,
that-
story, spell, same thing.
yeah, I mean, that is still hard. Like one of the heroes that I had, I mean, they're hard in different ways. Like conceptualizing how the spells work is like hard in that I have to make a hero that is both fun, interesting, and not like balanced, and it fits into the meta so that people will play it. Like, so it's hard conceptually, but if you're creative enough, then you can figure it out. This part is hard because it's like I'm trying to balance before like I see it in the game, and it's just a fucking bunch of math, so it's just kind of hard to do. But it's not like
If you went to calculus class, if I can learn the numbers, because you need to do math.
yeah, that's true. That is true. I hadn't considered that. But
Stop it, man! Stop.
I don't wanna. But
Gonna do it.
yeah. Yeah, so it's pretty hard. It's pretty rough. It's pretty tough. Rough,
Pretty
tough,
rough
and tumble.
rough and tough and.
And tumble.
Can I change the topic?
Yeah.
Sure.
So, Reddit pissed me off today. I don't know if you saw my tweets about
did.
this,
I did.
but my favorite subreddit, r/indie gaming, decided to implement a bunch of really strict rules about who can post because apparently it's under the guise of there's this 10% rule that's apparently moderated on Reddit as a whole, as the whole site, I mean.
Oh, right.
And
yeah.
the rule says that you're supposed to have 90% of your posts across Reddit need to be general, and 10% of them can be self-promotion. So our indie gaming decided that it's going to now uphold that, and they're going to possibly shadow ban people who don't comply. And I'm not even sure how they figure out what counts for or against your 10%, or how they ascertain what the 90% even are. None of it makes any damn sense to me. And to go from basically no moderation whatsoever and the subreddit was fine to you're basically shut out of Reddit entirely for one infraction seems like a pretty drastic measure for me.
That's been happening on a lot of different subreddits, and it's getting really
It's
annoying.
kind of ruined
because-
Reddit for me. I don't even want to post anymore because I'm sure that I'm just going to get banned for nothing.
Right. Like, first off, the shadow ban thing is absolute bullshit. Like, there's no reason you should not know that you're banned, and no one else knows that you're banned.
Yeah,
It's
that
like,
is a really stupid
imagine if
rule.
someone just went like and arrested someone and said nothing, and he just was in jail forever, and no one knew. Like, imagine that's basically a very extreme metaphor, but it's basically what shadow banning is, and it's really dumb. That's dumb. And then the fact that they're telling content creators to not post their stuff is just like, well, you know what? You're not gonna have any content here soon
Right.
if you just
Yeah.
don't let anyone post anything.
Well, it's the other thing too is like Reddit's just like, oh god, repost. It's like, well, okay, so you're making rules that are like, hey, original content creators, fuck you, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that has been a rule forever. Some subs decide to enforce it, others don't. Shadow banning only works unless you're banned by like a global Reddit moderator. It only works in that subreddit. So like if you're shadow banned in indie gaming, then you're shadow banned in just indie gaming and not other subs. But
Well,
I
only
thought it was
admins
Reddit
can
wide.
shadow ban.
no, it's not. Yeah, it's not Reddit wide. It's just
I
in
thought
that sub.
the mods flag the admins who then flag you and then take you out entirely or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's the admin's the only one who can shadow ban in the end.
Yeah, but it's only across just the one sub. It's not all of Reddit.
Right. And I read there was actually like a survival guide that somebody wrote of like how to still exist on Reddit after this change has been implemented. And one of the reasons that they said this 90/10 rule has happened is because I guess the admins are going after mods to clean up all of the subreddits so they can get better ad payout. So it was like, so this is why I can't post on this site anymore, is because you needed more money on Reddit? Really?
Yeah.
And then I realized how like unself-aware that is, because that's me being upset that I can't self-promote on their shit.
Yeah.
And then I feel really guilty, but then I also don't care because I've been posting there for 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I was one of the first people to start posting indie game videos on that subreddit, and now, like, every time I see it, they use the same posting format that I've figured out how to do.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean that's like the quickest way for that subreddit to die, because I mean that's pretty much the whole thing, isn't it? Like, is just
Yes.
people, yeah, so like
That's why I went there
I
to
don't
see
know.
weird indie games that other people
Yeah.
made videos of, basically.
I don't know what they're thinking enforcing that, because it's just like, well, that's the whole thing. That's gonna be the end of that subreddit. That's like the Let's Play subreddit. That's dead too, isn't it? I mean, it's
Hello?
Yep. Hello.
Oh,
You
I'm
cut
sorry.
out for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, Skype call pooped for a second there.
Did I? Oh, okay. But anyway,
You said, is that? And then went away.
I said about the Let's Play subreddit, where that one is like completely dead too, right? I mean, I will say the quality of posts in that subreddit are better, but it's just dead. It's just nobody's there.
Yeah, you can't even refer to your own channel anymore.
Can you
because
not?
there
I
was
thought you
tired
had.
of spam posts. There's
thought-
like one place you can do it, I think, but for the most part, like if you even mention your channel, like it's a problem. And any kind of thing, like if you see more than 2 posts of any one particular kind, there's then an angry post that's like, we really need to just ban whatever that thing was, because I'm getting sick of seeing it. So like their main goal in all subreddits seems to be to reduce all posts to nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I thought the whole point of Reddit was we vote on the relevant content, and then naturally the stuff that doesn't get those votes falls to the bottom. But if we need to do all this moderating shit, it kind of defeats the point in my eyes.
Yeah. I've been thinking about a different system of Reddit that actually happens on several subreddits, which is that, like, why don't we just remove the downvote system, like, altogether?
Oh, they've done that. Yeah, I've seen people do that.
They have that. Yeah, they have that on a bunch of subreddits, but I really think that they should just have that across all the whole thing, because it seems pretty good.
I like it. It seems like there's no downside that I could see anyway.
Yeah, I don't see any downside either.
Reddit's slowly been killing itself, basically, is what it's doing. It's like,
It might be a dig. It might be a dig thing. We might have a dig
well,
on
no,
our
Dig
hands.
very quickly killed itself. Dig jumped off a building. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't speak to the whole of all the subreddits, because really it was just our Let's Play and our indie games, and then sometimes NLSS Circle Jerk are like the only subreddits I go to. But if I don't have any way to post on like 2 of those 3 anymore, I just don't think I care to really go to Reddit anymore.
Yeah.
which is really sad because that was one of my favorite things was seeing all the other content people did that were sort of in the same world as me. And it was a good networking opportunity. You meet people through that occasionally. But if I can't even exchange ideas with people, like I don't want to. I'm so worried about getting banned all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, that is shitty. I mean, it is kind of shitty. It's yeah, I don't know.
And it just seems more and more different websites across the internet are all sort of taking this content creator unfriendly attitude that's like, well, everything needs to be approved first. And it's not just the wild, wild west. You can't just post whatever you want. There's rules here. It's like, okay, I get that there's rules, but can they just be a lot more lenient? Because why do
Yeah.
we need to freaking put people down all the time? And
Yeah.
then, God forbid, you make a mistake, people jump all over you like you committed a crime.
The idea of shadow banning in general is just really stupid because, like, you should just tell somebody if they're banned or, like, warn them instead of just, like, secretly. Oh, by the way, we should mention, I don't think we really touched on exactly what shadow banning is, but, like,
You kind of said it already.
yeah, but
So that it's banning without knowing what it is or knowing that you're banned.
right, exactly, yeah. Yeah, so, like, they will ban you so that no one else can see your posts.
You're a mere shadow of what you once were.
What are you doing? Did you use the effect? Okay, it's got lifelink. Okay. Now what? What else did you give it?
Stop.
Okay. Um
This is very tense, but I don't entirely understand why.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh shit, we don't have time
Hold
to
up.
figure this out. Are you gonna gain the damage before or after I kill it?
You know, Rob, I have no fucking clue.
You know,
so-
these guys have been playing Magic for so long, yet they're still so bad at it,
Oh
right?
god,
Am
I'm
I
such
right?
an idiot. I fucked up anyway. Doesn't even matter. Oh, it does matter. Oh, it does matter. It's perfect.
I just can't believe how bad these guys are at Magic. To this
Oh, okay. So it happens. Oh, thank goodness. All right, that worked out very positively for me. All right. Why did that happen?
You know, it happened because it just had to happen.
This is something the generally record at the beginning of each end step. If you gain 4 more left. Okay, I see. Yeah, fair enough.
So basically, stop attacking me, please.
Oh, that was a good strategy.
I had to do it, man. I was gonna die slowly otherwise.
Yeah, that's reasonable. That's reasonable.
Reasonable. You guys need to be. You guys just worry about each other, man. I'm just gonna fucking. I ain't got nothing over here.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
What is this?
It's my devotion to green.
Oh
Dang,
shit! You're
you
gonna
are
get a lot.
okay. You're devout as hell.
You are
Good
so
Lord.
devoted,
Devote
bro.
as hell.
Yo, that bitch mad devote, son.
I really like that.
This is interesting.
It is.
I have a lot.
I don't think I have any flyers in this deck, though, so I'm pretty much dead anyway.
You have the one reach thing.
Does he have reach?
Do I? Where?
Mhm. The Spire Tracer.
Spire Tracer. I'm looking for it. Let's see.
No, you got it backwards, I think. Can't be blocked except by creatures with flying
yeah.
reach. Not that I can block creatures with reach.
Oh, okay. All right, that's my bad.
You so bad.
You devote as hell.
You devote as hell, son.
Bitch, you mad devote.
Shit.
All right.
That devotion.
I think this is the best option. Yeah.
All right, let's see it.
Oh shit, that shit's hexproof. I
Hell
didn't even
yeah, it's
realize.
hexproof. You think you're gonna steal my shit?
That's
Get outta
mad. That shit's mad hexproof, son.
Wow, that's
Devote as
crazy.
hell.
Well,
Okay.
Rob, you could steal my 4/4 and attack him with it.
Yeah. There's some problems with my strat. Is this
Not fast enough is the first one.
Your strat's mad devote as hell, Rob.
Okay.
Slow.
I've got better strats.
Okay, strategic it up.
This
Oh,
some
good.
Fuck, it's
actual
hexproof.
noob
God
shit.
damn it, I keep forgetting.
It's hexproof, Rob. It's
That's
hex.
the most hexproof thing I've ever seen in my life.
Let me just do this thing I can't do. Hold on.
All right.
Come
Well,
up with a new strategy where
Fuck
you
that
also
thing.
target my hexproof creature, please.
Are you serious?
Yes! Hexproof wins!
Rob doesn't play this game to win. He really doesn't. He plays
No,
this game
they-
to make me lose.
no,
Like,
no,
that's
no.
the
This is
only
fine.
thing he does right.
I'm hoping that this means that Nick sees you as a juicier target than I am. So
Really, that's your goal.
Yeah.
Nick, did it work?
I don't know.
it's possible.
No. Please, let me. I need to know if did it work. Do you want? Do you feel
It's like
obliged to
strategically
attack
a
me?
bad idea for me to tell you that.
that's a good strategic decision, Nick. That I think you've just made.
The game is unbelievable when playing with Rob. It is unbelievable. Nick has a card right now that's giving him +1/+1 every turn. You didn't want to kill that one. You didn't want to kill that one.
You can't. It's hex. Oh yeah.
No, the one
He
that's
could kill
not
that one. Yeah, he could. He could have killed that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, would have
That's
been
true.
probably a great
Yeah?
idea. Probably actually the best idea. He also has a card that gives him +X/+X for every creature he has. You could have killed that one too.
Nah.
Why? That's dumb. Don't do
Plus
that.
X plus X. Oh damn.
Yeah, you probably should have killed that one.
Nah.
You probably should have killed that one.
Nah.
No.
I don't have any mana. Seems
Bro
to
doesn't
be
have
my
any mana,
common
so
problem.
keep that in mind.
Yeah, seems to be
I have
my
nothing but mana.
ever-present
You
problem.
have butt mana?
He
I have
has
butt-
butt mana. The mana of the butts.
I hate Rob. I
Does
hate
it dingle like the berries before you pick them, or what?
I think it does.
him. Good.
All right. Good to know. Don't attack me.
No, he'll
Yeah.
attack me. Don't worry about it.
I'm not gonna attack anybody.
You sure? Because you fucked me, Rob.
If you attack me, you're gonna die.
Yeah. Oh hey, mana.
Oh, nice.
It's,
I have very several options.
I can see that. Yeah.
I have like 1 or 2 options.
Um.
Didn't attack me.
I love that I actually built this deck and it's actually holding its own. So silly.
I get knocked down.
But you get up again.
That's the question. Do you get up again?
We'll see if I get up again here in this game.
I get
it up again.
I get it up again.
Do you get it up again?
I
do.
get beat off, but I get up again. Wait.
You're never gonna beat me off. I get. What?
Probably true for 99.9% of the people
it.
listening. You are never gonna beat me off.
Oh, you're gonna. Oh, you did the fling combinated.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
combinated your fling.
Can you tell me what you're doing?
Wait, does that?
What are you gonna fling? Your
work?
6/6 at me? Because I'm gonna kill whatever you throw at me.
No.
Oh no, you're just fucking me again, is what you're doing. All right.
Actually, I'm fucking both of you to gain for myself. Basically.
No, you fucked me. You fucked me.
You just wanted to get
little
that
bit.
sweet 8/8
Yeah, I mean, I got an 8/8, and
together.
Austin doesn't have his lifelink, and you don't have your.
I'm
big
gonna kill
stiller.
that card, Rob.
Better not.
Well, this card's shitty.
You're gonna be so mad.
I wouldn't like you to do that. I'd prefer you not to.
All the time you spent trying to worry about deleting my shit when you could have been worrying about your own.
I'm properly fucked right now, basically.
Yeah, but are you devout as hell?
I'm devout.
I'm a devout ass bitch right now. I tell you. I tell you. I tell you. Nay, I tell you. Not that.
Excuse me.
Nay, I tell you. Not that.
Are you just busting out with some like Native American hymn out of nowhere?
That's
What?
It's Rasta, but I think
Yeah,
you're
that is
missing
the Rasta.
some K noises there, Rob.
Oh.
Nay, I tell you. Not that. No, that's how he says it.
Indica, not
I
Enya.
don't think that's
Indica?
true.
Indica. See, it's like
I
that.
don't think that's true.
I think it is true.
I don't know. Look at it go.
Look at that one. We can all agree on.
At the beginning of the upkeep, draw a card.
We can all
Grace
agree.
power, type of grace power. I see.
Okay.
Okay. See, you sound sassy when you do it that way. It's like.
It's yeah, it's the good way to do it, I think.
What are you gonna do, Rob? So you didn't draw land, so you can't go monstrous just yet. You need one more land for that.
Just keep in mind, I have untapped land and a card in my hand, so don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Rob, why shouldn't you be attacking him with your 4/4? He can't do anything about it.
He doesn't want to draw my ire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Also, I don't want to potentially
fucking
lose
God.
my dragon. Oh, shit. We
Didn't
lost.
took long enough.
We fucking lost.
We fucking lost.
That's bad.
We hit the flow.
She's getting low. Shorty got low. Low, 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 low.
Break it
The
down.
Adventures of Lolo.
Sorry.
The apple bottom jeans.
Tell me
Boots
about the apple bottom jeans.
with the furs.
With the furs?
With the furs.
The whole club is
Shorty got her. Shorty did get really low, I gotta say. Like, she was making some, like, really personal insults, and it was a little upsetting. It was a bit upsetting, I gotta be honest.
Yeah, there's a song. I don't know what it's called, but the chorus goes, "The heart of rock and roll is still beating." You ever heard that song?
No.
They
Never
say
heard
the
that.
heart of rock and roll is still beating you. Every
Whoa,
word I
what just
see, I
happened there?
believe in that one.
Don't worry about it.
I'm trying to figure out if that song has the word
Oh,
Sade
you
in it.
used the thing. Sade.
Yeah, because
Chowday.
that like I swear I hear it in that song, but it's a really old song. I don't know if Sade was around when that song was around.
Sade.
And I just want to know what he said.
Sade.
Because it sounds like he says Sade.
So does hexproof stop death touch from killing me?
Absolutely not.
No.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
No, it's not actually at all. And you need to not even think about that kind of shit.
I was thinking real hard about that until you said
Yeah.
it would have killed my creature.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have been real sad about that, honestly.
Sad about what?
My butt. Stinking.
Why you sad about your butt?
Why are you sad about your butt?
Why are you sad about your butt?
Oh man, why you sad about your butt?
Wanna
Your
meet
butt's a
that
good
butt.
thing. I want to
Do-do-do-do.
meet that dad. Computer.
You're about to run out of time, Nick.
Show
It's
me some
nude
pain.
cane.
Can I see a nude Tane?
Oh man.
Yeah, he ran out of time entirely.
I freaking clicked the button right before it ran out and it didn't count.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. I didn't actually waste anything. It just made myself look strong for a second.
Yeah. Sade.
I'm really not excited about the way that this, whatever agreement we all have is working out.
Ow.
Yeah, he just got 7 cards.
Yeah, it did.
That's not good.
So if we could kill that death touch, all of a sudden Austin starts to look like a target again. But right now, I don't see much of that happening.
True
Yeah.
dat, my neighbor.
Do that. And do that. Okay. Alright, and go ahead.
Gaining and losing life, I get it.
Do that.
Oh, there's more. Oh, this loser. I've seen him a few
You
times.
do both of the things.
Alright.
Oh, he made you lose life, Rob.
That sucks.
He channeled the 4 life that he gained into 4 lost for you.
Alright.
Can't say I'm surprised about that.
It's like a really strong combo.
It's pretty strong, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's good. Take one of those as well.
Are you gonna kill us this turn, or oh,
I'm gonna kill you next turn, if that makes you feel any better.
All right. Well, I guess it's time to go balls out.
Yeah, time
Yeah,
to throw
just
some
go
balls
man mode
against the
right
walls
into it.
right now, man.
Here we go.
Woohoo!
Oh, water cat! It's the water cat!
That water cat's gonna hurt.
Nick, lay into him.
What else am I gonna do, man?
No, do it.
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot.
All right, don't do that for me, game. All right, let's go ahead and I guess we'll kill it. I don't see any reason not to. We'll go ahead and we will. Oh, you know what? I can kill Rob this turn actually. Since you attacked me, Rob's gonna die.
Am I?
Yes.
Are you gonna give me tied for second? Is that? Yeah, I don't think it really matters. I had one more card to pump it up by another 4, but I ran out of land, unfortunately. Would have been really sweet to get 24 damage
How are
in
you
from
gonna
one
kill me?
creature.
Because I'm gonna do this, and then I block
He's
with the
gonna
lifelink
channel the
card.
life that he lost into.
Fuck, I can't believe I had exactly 2.
I might still die though.
I won next turn.
Oh, thank God.
I
That was
actually won
close.
next turn. If
Yeah, I'm
I
really
didn't
happy
die.
that this went through because you're gonna die
God
to that.
damn it.
Yes. Oh, that was so
That's
good.
such bullshit.
Oh my God.
That's
That
such
was
bullshit.
such a good play. I'm happy
That
with myself.
card is bullshit.
I thought you were gonna
Guild
somehow
Mage.
kill me in that combat phase, actually.
Yeah, dude, if I survived, if I had 1 more point of health, you were both dead when I became monstrous.
Yeah. That was. Oh, I'm really glad you attacked me, Nick. That saved me.
What else was it gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't want to add it up. I might as well just throw it at you.
I mean, yeah, I would have lost if you didn't do that. But I mean, I ended up losing because you did. So I mean, you know, it doesn't really.
Oh, you had
matter.
so he had to do damage on
It was
me.
that death
Yeah.
touch that was your entire leverage that held you in for
Yeah.
that game.
That was.
Yeah, it was
If I had
bullshit.
spread out damage over multiple
No, it's
creatures,
that
it wouldn't have been
stupid
such a problem.
fucking guild mage nonsense. You used both of its effects. You drew 7 cards. You used other cards, and you still had enough mana to use it again. Which, by the way, how come you can use some of those when you're declaring attackers and blockers and other cards?
Rob, you can't play the barters because you always
It's
use the
kinda
giant
bullshit.
fucking lava
It's
man
kinda
every
bullshit.
single game.
Kind of mad. Yeah, but the
I
lava man's
paused
not
after.
that. Yeah, but the lava man's not as OP as that guy. I know you guys like to call the lava
He's
man
got
OP.
2 HP. You can kill by a shot card. Okay, that's the reason.
Yeah, but
I don't have any
know.
problems with what Austin did. I think that was good strategy.
No, it was good strategy, but I mean, I'm still saying that card is kind of bullshit.
Well, I'm saying I'm not salty about it. I think he deserved to win for that play. It's just like the lava man's just like, all right, you
Yeah.
win.
I had one. Well, I see. I really don't think it's that strong. It's not that
Okay.
strong. It only does
He
3
can
damage.
beat it.
It's like a 9/9 for like 9 mana or something, basically.
Yeah, and you get that real
Well,
fast.
the reason I was able to have mana to do it there is because the card already had lifelink. What happened was, if you want to do the full, it costs
No, I
6
know
mana
you.
to
I
do
no, I
something
know,
like
I know. To do the full combo, yeah. But
so half the combo was already done, and I'd actually been drawing lands the entire game. That's why it took so long.
it's also just kind of broken in multiplayer with like multiple people because it does damage to everybody.
I will agree that it is very strong in multiplayer.
Yeah, like in like 4-player, it's just like, oh, well, you'll just do 7 instant damage to everyone.
But you also
That's
have
cool.
3 people with potential instant damage that could kill it. So
Yeah,
can
true.
kind of counterbalance that way.
Yeah, but you can do that with the Inferno Titan too. He only does 3 damage when he comes out on the field versus like the potential that he has to do like 7 damage.
It's a
every
leverage
turn.
thing. It's about how that leverage works for you against other people. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't think the Inferno Titan's as OP as you guys make it.
All
out
right,
to
so it
be.
shouldn't be a big deal to take it out of your deck then.
I mean, it
It's really
kinda
not
fits
that
with
big
my
of a deal,
deck.
right?
Well, it fits with my deck. I'll take it out if
but-
Austin takes out the Vizcapos Guild Mage.
Fuck that.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
This is
It's a strong
the whole
card.
deck is built around that.
It's a strong card. It's not, it's not like super broken. Like, okay, conversely, Austin has with that card and his like super demon Deathgate thing, that he can do 14 damage to one player and 7 damage to all other players in 1 turn.
But think about the mana that it costs. It costs 8 mana to get the 7/7 out. It costs actually I think it's 9 mana to get the 7/7 out. It costs 3 mana to get the other card out, plus another 3 to do the thing. And I have to pay 7 life. I mean, you have to I have to be in a position to be able to pay 7 life in the first place.
Well, not necessarily.
You
You
have
don't
a- you
have
have
to
a-
pay the 7 life to do your 14 damage.
What?
You don't have to pay 7 life to do your 14 damage.
Well, yeah, that's true. But actually, well, no, I had to in that circumstance because I didn't.
Well,
have
in
the
that
card
circumstance,
field.
yeah. All right.
My anaconda don't want none
Unless
unless it's got buns.
Unless it's got buns.
Son.
So, like, how much mana for 14 life? 8 plus 6? 8 plus 6? That's like 14? Alright, so to do direct...
I think it's fair.
No,
I'm just gonna say that.
I mean, it's strong. It's a very strong card.
No, yeah,
I'm trying to
that's
see
the legendary.
mana-wise versus the same thing. Oh, goodness. Actually, no,
Audience,
it's not.
did
It's
you
not
know
6
Rock
mana
just
with it.
found out about the fireball just before this match?
Yeah, it's not. It's not. Well, that's not in the
Found
game,
out.
but it's not 6. It's actually not 6 mana for that demon thing because it's only 3 mana because you only
That's
have
what
to
I,
pay
that's what I
one
said.
of them. Yeah, so it's 11.
But it's another 3 to play the card itself too.
Hmm.
The card.
Oh yeah.
It's 3. It might even be 4. I don't know. I think it's 3 though.
I don't know. Versus like 6 mana for 3 damage. It doesn't seem that far.
Well, it's 2 damage every turn for it's alive, and it's a 6.
Well, no, it's not every time it's alive. It's every time it attacks. It doesn't have
Right.
flying. You can't just like fly through things and like still deal the damage.
This is
It
one of
does
those
deal the damage
conversations that I
beforehand.
think probably everybody doesn't give any shits about.
Yeah.
Over a long period of time, it starts to make people's eyes glaze over, I think, because we're just kind of discussing numbers and
Probably.
stuff.
Your number. Aren't we all numbers?
Yeah,
in the end?
technically, really.
Our government
Really
gives
all
us numbers as soon as we're
statistics.
born.
Yeah,
It's the sign of the beast, actually, is what that is.
It's
Is it?
true. It's the coming of the end times.
What's
revelation.
your social security number? Let's
Yeah,
compare
everyone post your social
numbers.
security numbers down in the comments.
Don't
don't
do
actually
that.
do that.
Disclaimer.
Yeah. It's a really
Do
bad
not.
idea. Do not do that at
Unless
all.
you have lifelink, and still probably not then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably
that's
not
like
a
that. You guys remember that one guy who like
Put it on the side of a truck.
Did he
Yeah.
put it on the side of a truck too? I didn't know.
He-
I
and
remember
he
he
put it
went
on
on. I remember
commercials
he
and
went on. Yeah,
advertisements.
he went on advertising. He put it on. He went on like news shows. Like, yeah, I'm perfectly comfortable putting out my social security. And like within a week, he got like all of his money stolen. And it's like, well, yeah, that's a bad idea to give out your social security number. Evidently.
Yeah.
Well, it's also because he basically issued it like a challenge.
Yeah, he
He's
did,
like,
yeah.
okay, I dare you.
If
Yeah.
you challenge the internet,
You don't dare
you
the
challenge
internet. They
4chan.
will win.
And if you challenge 4chan, you're gonna lose.
Yeah, like
It's gonna lose.
he was functionally saying like yeah, my service that protects my social security number is better than the multi-billion-dollar company of Sony and like the NSA and other places that have been completely broken into by hackers for fun, not for a challenge.
And all the individual people out there who have nothing better to do than try to break into my life.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, I mean, I'm free for the next 2 hours. I can give it a shot. And oh, man, look at that. 2,000.
Got all the money.
I'm out of here, man. Try
Yeah,
again
really.
next time.
Yeah, that guy was stupid. This is a stupid guy. He wasn't smart at all.
Still put the ad up saying that it worked fine, so, you know, maybe he made some money back from it.
Didn't work at all.
Maybe he bought a new social security number with all that money. I don't think he can do that, but maybe he did.
Maybe he did it with all that junk inside his trunk.
My anaconda.
Yeah, my anaconda feels strongly about that.
Yeah.
It wants some.
But I'm all about that base, to be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
What about that devotion?
That devote.
I'm
devoted.
mad
as hell.
devote, son. I'm mad devote. You know what I really hate about Steam? When it like resets all your settings.
Rob segue.
It does, you know what? It's not as much of a Rob segue if you're watching my version of the video because it popped up a notification of some random person playing a game on
Right.
my friends list.
Giants
And-
got a touchdown.
And did they?
yeah.
That's good. I'm about to watch that in a second. But
Alright.
the Steam sometimes just is just like, hey, remember all those settings of you turning off all your notifications? Fuck you. We're gonna turn them back on.
Yeah.
And it's
Well, there's
like,
certain things that are exempted from those notification things being turned off. Being added to a group is one of them, which is why people exploited that to get their stupid message up on the NLSS every day.
yeah,
So-
that's not surprising. That's weird that is that
It's-
way.
Very not finished feeling the way the features on Steam are, considering how much money is poured into that platform.
Yeah, but it has to do with the company structure at Valve, which is just like work on whatever you feel is gonna make like Steam better that day. So like that's
Like
probably
features
just
that do what they say on the box would be good.
Yeah,
You know, if you turn your shit off, it should be off
there's a lot
all the
of
way across the sky.
there's
like
a lot
a
of
double
Valve time
Like double rainbow.
type of things. Yeah, it's like that with Dota too, where it's just like like people work on like. When you have a company structure where it's like, hey, work on whatever you think is going to be better for the company, everybody's going to work on the fun projects. Nobody's going to work on the, like, make it work better projects, So.
Right, like the not having it scroll 10 games at a time and then reset if you ever look at anything on Steam.
Yeah, I
that
hate
really
that.
should have been fixed like years ago.
Steam really needs to have a better UI because it's kind of shitty.
Like they want to
blue.
encourage you to browse. Yes, that's the point. You open stuff, you look at it, then you go back and look at more stuff. But if it resets your progress every time, that's annoying.
Yeah, it's amazing how well Steam does with such a crappy UI too, right? Like,
Yeah, they made it blue though. It's fine.
they did make it all blue. I was the
Slightly
herald of
blue.
the blueness.
I think
I
it's
told
BS.
you guys about the blueness before the blueness happened. And it's a
Actually, I
circle again. Did you notice that? The icon
Yeah,
was
Said
they
it's
circle.
a
did the
circle. I
circle
liked it
thing.
being a rounded square.
I liked the square too, but
They
I'm
might've-
okay with the circle because I like the blue. I think the blue adds a nice little bit of
Really?
blue. Yeah, I think it's all right. Like I heard
I'm all right
you
with
say
the
Like
blue.
it's not in good viewing angle. Like you're catching it at a slightly off angle and you can't see the window properly.
Yeah, that's the whole point. It's
I
to
don't
make
like that.
People
It makes
very
me
frustrated.
like want to move my head around my monitor so I get less glare or some shit. That's not what's going on though.
Yeah.
I do have a very different a monitor. My monitor is generally slightly darker than most because I use a TV monitor, so maybe that makes it look nicer to me. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, and the rounded square thing that might have been just like an Apple being like, "Hey guys, we own rounded squares. those
We
are
told you
ours."
we'd come and collect on that shit. I don't know what you're doing.
Did we talk about the Apple Watch in that last?
No,
I
it's
can't
the
remember
Apple
if I
Watch.
talked about
They make
No, no
watches
Apple
out of
Watch has
apples.
been discussed.
Is that not the dumbest thing, the Apple Watch in
I
the
don't know what
history
it
of
is.
things?
What is it?
It's
It's
a
a
fucking
watch.
it's a fucking watch,
It's a
and it
smart
like
watch.
it's like it's a smartwatch, and it's dumb and it's stupid, and no one should buy it
So
because
can you like get smart phone call people from your watch?
I don't know what you can do with it. It's just
They
it's
haven't
like
told you. It's rounded though.
Wait, okay, here's my question. Is this the same thing that they tease every like 4 years of like, hey, this is a cool thing that we have on the horizon and it never comes out?
no, it's
No, it's
gonna come
coming out this time.
It's actually coming out? Okay.
It's just stupid
Because
because it's like,
they've been doing this for years where they're just like, hey, we have this smartwatch that's like a phone. It's like just out of Get Smart. It's going to be awesome. And they've been doing this since
No.
like 2005.
It's actually happening this time, and I believe though that I think all it is like a Bluetooth paired thing that goes to your phone. So
Oh,
it
that's
just
terrible.
acts
a
as
bunch
like
of fitness stuff too. It's just,
right. So it's got stuff built into the band.
and it's
but
stuff
it-
because you have to have a phone for
Yeah,
it.
you have to have a phone. So if you see someone wearing an iWatch or whatever they're calling a smartwatch, you know they're going to have a phone on them with at least like $800 worth of computer hardware on their person. So it's
I
like
would-
the ultimate red flag for muggers.
Yeah, I would much rather have the Google goggles, really.
Google goggles. That's what I said. I said Google
Goggles.
Glass is way more like Useful.
Google goggles.
Google goggles.
Oh, Google goggles. Yeah, no, I read the Google. Apparently, they were testing Google goggles in San Francisco and stuff, and I saw this one article about it because like they've been testing them all over really, but in San Francisco, there was this video of this lady walking in to a bar with the Google goggles on, just because it's cool.
Oh.
But they're always recording, right? The Google goggles.
Are
Google
they?
goggles? Yeah. So it's like always you always got a head cam on. So when she walked into the bar, people were just like, "Hey, fuck you!" And they were just like throwing beers at her and shit. Like, take that shit off. It was like, it's just a lady walking in with some glasses, man. Like, relax. If they were so concerned about people filming them, then they wouldn't walk in the streets without like a burqa on or something. Because there's
Wow,
like,
no, that's like a terrible fallacy you just made, Rob.
are you kidding? There's a fucking security camera on every street corner in New York. There's
if you're
at
in a
least
bar,
3.
it's a private establishment. You shouldn't expect to necessarily be recorded and not know where that footage is going to go.
You don't think there's security cameras in the bar?
For their own use, not for the internet at large or whatever her
They could
personal
use it-
agenda happens to be.
They could the bar owners could use
You
it
have a
just the
right
way
to
that-
some personal privacy, even in public places, to some degree. I'm not saying there's not cameras everywhere, but still.
I mean,
don't know.
I agree with Nick, but at the same time, they shouldn't be throwing beers at her and shit. That's a little.
Yeah, they shouldn't be throwing beers at her either. It's wrong in both directions.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm all for, like, your right to privacy and stuff, but it doesn't really make any sense when you've already lost all your privacy in public places. You're always being filmed forever.
So the answer is to commit more wrongs to make a right? Like, it doesn't work that way.
No, but I mean, like, like destroying Google goggles that could have possibly really, really good applications for the future for the sake of something that doesn't really exist and perhaps is just an ideal seems kind of silly to me and kind of self-defeating. It's like shooting yourself in the foot. I don't know.
Also, you're kind of ignoring the context of the situation, which is I think a lot of the people in those areas that those have been tested out in already have a sort of polarized feeling toward them. So the fact that she walked in elicited a very exaggerated response that might not have normally happened.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's exactly what it was.
So it's not like you're just walking into some random place and then everyone just has this knee-jerk response to them because cameras. It's because they already know what this is about and they know they're around and they know what they look like.
Yeah, but
and
they
reacting
were upset.
To the political statement more than her.
Well, they were upset over the camera thing. They weren't really upset over like Google being a bad company or something. They didn't like that the camera was.
They don't like what the camera stands for as well as the camera.
Yeah. It just seems like it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, considering that you're always filmed forever. If we want to take away all the cameras and say, yeah, like all cameras, then fine, yeah, I'm with that. That sounds good. Everybody will have a lot more privacy.
Kind of a slippery slope, though. I mean, there's some reasons why you need cameras, not always.
Well, then I don't see what's wrong with Google goggles. Actually, fun fact, dash cams. So there used to be a lot of insurance fraud in Russia until they changed their law so that every car had to have a front and rear dash cam, and insurance fraud in Russia went down like 80%. So if everybody's wearing a pair of Google goggles, maybe crime will go down. That's possible. I mean, you're always
at the expense of all privacy.
Your privacy is already gone. Like everyone, I
don't believe that.
Watched. I mean, it's just the way it is. If you walk around New York City, you are going to... If you walk, like, 3 blocks in New York City, you're going to be on, like, probably 300 different camera rolls. And that's not
but they
just...
probably
that's
aren't matching
tourist.
it to a bunch of databases with facial recognition like Google tries to do.
Yeah, no, they totally are. Are you kidding? The NSA has...
You know that for real?
Yeah. That's actually how they catch criminals in, like, the UK, is they have facial recognition across all of the CCTV in London, which London actually has the most cameras around, like per like mile or whatever, than any other city, and they have facial recognition. And if you did something wrong, they can just find you instantaneously because they know exactly where you are because of all the camera stuff. Not to mention the GPS that you keep in your pocket. So like, I don't know. It just seems like somebody wants a scapegoat, and that should be Google goggles, where it's already that's just how it is now. And, you know, it's possible that that might lead to good things as well. I mean, I think Google goggles on the whole are a pretty good idea.
Okay, I don't think I do as much, but I've also seen there's been places that have actually put up signs that they don't allow them in certain buildings, so maybe she walked into one of those buildings.
No, I wasn't. She just walked into some bar in San Francisco.
Well, that could have been one of the bars that put up a sign. How do you know that?
Because it was... I mean, I wasn't.
You don't know that. You can't just say you know that.
I mean, it wasn't in the article. I just took the article as what
you took it at
happened.
face value, and that's how fallacies happen.
Well, I mean, yes and no. It was on an article. It was an article on a couple websites. So, yeah, I guess I would be assuming
Venture
that they
Beat
were
reported that Google bought Twitch, right? So
yeah. Well, yeah, but they didn't have many sources. I didn't really look at the sources of this article, but I assumed it was, you know. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's possible. Yeah, it is possible that that the
both of us have holes in what we're trying to describe.
But even so, even if that were the case, then that it should have been like the bartender or somebody to come in like, hey, you should take those off or leave, not like everyone in the bar throwing beers at her. I feel like everyone in the bar doesn't like know all of the rules of the bar and makes people get out if they don't follow all the rules of the bar. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where, I don't know. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal to me. It's our.
I think the place to make a stand against like losing all our privacy is at any point where you feel like your privacy has gone too far, not like once it's gone you just accept it and move on, because that just allows the creep to go further and further in the opposite direction. So, I mean, a lot of people have no problem with it. I guess I can't really convince those people to change their mind, but the people that do have some problem with it could at least say something.
I am much more. I'm a lot more comfortable with Google having recordings of things than I am with the NSA and the government.
And you
having
think Google's
all that
not giving
stuff.
the information to the NSA, even though we know that they are?
No, I'm sure that they are, but
So why would that matter?
Well, because they can potentially that creates a middleman barrier between my privacy and people who will seek to use it to,
That's trust
abuse
that
me.
they haven't earned, that there's a middleman. The government could just be in all their files.
Yeah, that would be illegal of them to do.
Oh. Far be it from the U.S. government to do anything fucking illegal, Rob.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure they would, but then,
Wait,
if
How are
but,
you
okay.
arguing both sides of this like
No,
that?
no.
That's
Well,
crazy.
okay. But you have to consider, if you are saying that, like, oh, well, the government could do a bunch of illegal shit to get your information anyway, then Google's not even a factor here. If that's your argument, then Google's not even a factor here because, yeah, they could just do that anyway. Like I said, there are cameras watching you, like, as soon as you walk out the door. Well, maybe not where you live, but where I live, there are cameras everywhere. I'm on, like, 300 CCTVs anytime I walk anywhere. And yeah, the government's not allowed to use a lot of stuff that they probably would use if they did something wrong that they wanted to pin on me, right? So like, if the government does an illegal thing,
I don't understand your argument, Rob. You're going in both directions.
I mean, well, like I said, I'm fine with, like, I don't have anything wrong with somebody taking pictures of the beach, doing whatever it is they got to do. Like that, I have nothing wrong with that. I do have a bit of a problem with the government having CCTVs everywhere. But the part that brings those two together is I don't understand why people are so concerned about the camera on these Google goggles and not on the GoPro on that biker's head that drove past them, or the camera, the guy taking video footage of his friends at the bar. Like, there's no difference besides the fact that you wear it on your eyes. It doesn't really make any sense. It just seems like people want a scapegoat because they feel like their privacy is being invaded, and the easiest place to go is Google, which seems silly to me because it could potentially be detrimental to a product that could be potentially very good for everybody.
As the police siren goes off in the background, that's really good timing.
It's like, were you talking bad about Google? We pay them, you know. Yeah. So I don't know.
I could keep going, but I think it would not lead anywhere meaningful.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I want to say stuff about the bike and things and the scapegoat thing, but yeah, again, I don't think it's meaningful, so I guess I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, this is just a debate that we've been having
It's
for like
ongoing.
20 years. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's just a thing.
It's
So,
just very polarizing now because the amount of action that can be taken in a very short amount of time is drastically, exponentially larger than it used to be 10 years ago.
Totally. Yeah.
The mobilization is in place, the infrastructure's in place. People's lives can be fucking shredded in no time, like in 10 seconds, versus, took a while before.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's more polarizing now because of the stakes, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Totally.
And they're big.
I
like
agree.
steak.
I also
Big
like
steak.
steak. Steak is good. Steak is very delicious. Or it can be. It can be bad.
You're
can
going to
have
say
a bad
canned steak.
That would be disgusting.
There's canned chicken. That's pretty gross.
I don't
You
think
can
I'd
can
ever
your
have
pet.
canned chicken.
Even.
I did can my pet one time. Yeah, that was all right.
Several times. Pretty gross.
I did. Yeah. I can never figure out how to get that gamepad. Maybe there's a tutorial online that I can read. I should do that.
You should definitely spend more time researching that ridiculous Flash game.
I really should. It's a very important game as far as game
It is.
history is concerned.
As far as PETA games go, it's up there.
Is it a PETA game? Did it
I don't know.
actually?
I'm just assuming
Oh,
it is. It seems very much like one,
It
though.
could totally be a PETA game. It's like when they made that Super Tofu Boy or whatever, or they spoke out against Meat Boy.
Yeah, and then they parodied it in Super Meat Boy, and
that's
everybody
what I
had a
mean,
big laugh about it.
Yeah, yeah, that was good. And they did that Pokemon game that was like really awful and gruesome.
Well, they always make awful games. They're never good.
That's weird. Yeah, it's weird.
It
Well,
might
anyway,
help their image if they actually make good games. They wouldn't do that.
I just love how they keep attacking things that have nothing to do and are not, they kind of it's just funny. Like Super Meat Boy isn't like meat. Like he's everyone knows he's a skinless boy,
He's a boy
right?
without skin.
Well, it was for publicity, you know. It's not like they were really trying to make a political statement attacking some
I
random
feel like
video
they
game.
just saw like, oh, Meat Boy, he's made of meat, and
They
then
went,
left it
hey,
at
what's a
that.
demographic that's interested in the shit we're trying to push? Oh, it's people around the age that would play that game. Let's make a big fuss about nothing.
Yeah.
And then they all see an article and they go, wait, PETA's still a thing. Let me read more. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I hate the way animals are treated unethically. Maybe I'll join this group.
I feel like
That's
PETA's not
serious.
that smart though. I feel
Yeah,
like
well,
they
they
just
aren't,
heard the
but-
word Meat Boy, and then they were like, oh. Like I agree that they saw that game and did that, but I don't think they realized that he wasn't actually just made of meat. Like,
No, I think they definitely have a marketing department. I don't think they care whether he was made of meat or a boy without skin.
We're all
in
made
any
of
case.
meat.
Yeah, that's true.
He just
That
didn't
is
have
true.
skin.
He doesn't have any skin. That's true.
Is the Pokemon thing, it was like that the Pokemon game that they were rallying on, which was not X and Y but White and Black, was that like that whole game, Pokemon White and Black, was about
Right, yeah, that was the one,
the
yeah.
morality of fighting Pokemon against each other. And
Yeah. Okay. Well, in fairness to PETA though, okay, I'm gonna actually have an in fairness to PETA for two things here.
did you just say in fairness to
oh,
PETA, because
don't
that's a
do
really
it.
No.
bad-
Okay. So for Black
I
and
hate
White,
things that
the
start
thing,
that way.
the thing with the Black and White game is that like I played it and they did go towards that path of like, is it right for us to be battling these Pokemon? And then it was just like, but really, I'm just after this god Pokemon, so it doesn't really matter what I was thinking about my morality. Like, that was just kind of a thing that I said in passing that doesn't have any influence over the story at all. So it's
that
kind of
was
like
the-
half-assed.
Well, though that was the guy behind it was using it as a venue. Like everyone below him still thought that that's what they were fighting for.
Yeah,
it was just
but
he
still,
was
it
the
was
one.
like hey, Pokemon is gonna bring up an interesting metaphorical and philosophical point, and then they were like, but actually, it's just the same story structure as the first one and every other game in the series, so whatever, like, fuck that thing. And then,
But you're discrediting the whole rest of the game where they did go through all the morality. Like, yeah, that was the very last fight where you learned that, like, at the very, very end. But
Spoilers,
the rest
apparently.
of the game. I don't think spoiling a Pokemon.
yeah,
game
and
is that
there's
big a deal.
there's no
I mean,
real
that's
spoiling
why I
of
don't
a
really
Pokemon.
care. I'm just saying.
Yeah, unless you haven't played Pokemon the first one, then
Yeah, then it is spoiler.
then it is a spoiler. Yeah, but if you have, then you've played every single other Pokemon game.
But that's
Also,
what I love about Pokemon,
story-wise.
though, is that we can sit here and be like, this game's story is fucking awful, but
Yeah.
it's still really
No
fun.
one cares
can
about
actually
the story.
You
Huh?
can't expect them to actually go and get into a whole ethical and moral debate in a Pokemon game, right?
No,
a game that was
I-
designed for like 8-year-olds.
Of course not. Of course not. However, I was upset that I was upset because they kind of teased that they were, and they were like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I want to hear Nintendo. What do you think about this? Is this ethical?" And then they just kind of half-assed it, and it was like, "Oh, I thought you were actually making a game for your actual demographic who are playing Pokemon, which are 18 to 35-year-olds." But no, you're still making it for kids.
They might want to pay lip service to that idea, but I don't think they would commit enough. I mean,
Yeah.
Nintendo's been very weak in terms of actually projecting any kind of statement about anything.
Yeah.
They really just go wherever the money says they should go, and they kind of don't really care.
Yeah.
That's been my
They
observation.
did
And
it
then-
with the Mother games.
and
Go,
then- but-
holy moly, the Mother games.
I never
are-
actually played those.
Oh, you need to play Mother 3. Like,
should,
that's
yeah.
probably one of Nintendo's best games they've ever made. And it's
Yeah.
sad that we never got to play it.
The
In
and then but the other in fairness, so I said I had two in fairness to PETA's. And the second in fairness to PETA is it's probably pretty fucking wrong that they battle Pokemon in that world.
Well, no,
Like,
this is the Pokemon.
pretty-
They enjoy it. That's the whole thing, is that they liked it.
I don't know though, cause like they don't
gloss
like
over it.
fainting. Like they explain in the game that they lose happiness if they faint, which is when they get the shit kicked out of them and get
That's
knocked
because
out.
they lost, not because they got this. Like, the whole, like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
that's
that's-
kind of
that's-
shaky.
Breaking your own back trying to make gymnastics to say it's okay. That's all that is. It's justification post hoc.
I don't know, I
You
think there's
burn
an
them,
argument there.
you paralyze them, you freeze them in ice, and you beat the shit out of them, and then you just throw them in a box when you're bored of them. It's really not terribly dissimilar to dogfighting when you really look at it.
It actually is dogfighting. I
It's
can't
pretty
see a way
much
that it's not.
Yeah. It's actually like worse dogfighting because you burn them. Like you do really awful shit to them. So
People do some awful shit to dogs. Have you ever seen the pictures? Don't see the pictures. You shouldn't see them, but
yeah, that's
there's
true.
awful things.
But I mean, they don't
I don't
like
know.
encase
I
a
don't.
dog in a block of ice and then thaw it out and then do it again. You
The whole
know?
things with dogs is that the dogs don't want to fight, and they're forcing aggressive, like maimed, hurt dogs against each other. And the
Ah,
Pokemon are just like they don't have to. They can just leave if they want. They don't.
How do they leave?
yeah, I've
They can
never
just
seen
like
a
if they
Pokemon
wanted
leave.
to, like what when is ever a case of a Pokemon who wanted to leave but like
Okay,
couldn't.
let me give you
Besides,
an
like,
example. You have not enough gym badges to be able to command the Pokemon you want to command, so it doesn't obey you. What do you do about that? You
Get more
either get
badges.
more gym badges or you bring it
That's
to
the
the
thing with the
babysitter who beats the shit out of it.
It's true, and make them fuck. That's the other thing. They breed them.
Okay, well, breeding is not really controversial, is it?
No, not really. But I mean,
breeding is actually
Well,
really
but
controversial in
they-
the dog community right now. Like it's a really
Is
fucked
it?
up thing that happens. Yeah.
well, yeah, because breeding in the dog community is not terribly dissimilar to breeding in the Pokemon community, which is like they'll just breed. Like Pokemon are lumped into egg groups, so it's like, yeah, that one kind of looks human. That could fuck the other one. Or like, yeah, that's kind of like a. Or Ditto is just the town whore that just bangs everybody. It's
If you had the ability to fuck as anything, come on.
yeah, that's true.
You can't knock Ditto for that one. You really can't.
No, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, the Pokemon world, when you really think about it, is actually a real dark place.
Oh man, execute fucking nose pass. It's a pile of eggs fucking a nose.
Yeah.
What is
Are they-
going on with this world?
Are they in the same egg group, really?
Or Probo pass, I guess, more than nose pass. I don't know, man. I was
man.
thinking like those
That'd
are
be
two
weird.
weird things that should never bone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. Well,
Yeah,
and then the
to
other
try
thing too.
to compare real world things to Pokemon is a failing argument in itself.
Well, the other thing too is that like who's the guy who created Satoshi? Is the guy who did Pokemon, right? Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, in the first one, initially the Pokemon were not going to be like cute and family friendly. They were actually going to be like crazy looking and stuff. But then he brought it to Nintendo, and Nintendo was like, yeah, you can remake those and make them a little less.
Yeah, and then Digimon did it instead.
Craziness. Yeah, well, and actually, you could
edgy.
even see in the original Pokemon, like if you see like green version and whatever, like the original icons actually look not as cute as they do in other things. But anyway, and then the other thing
the
is like,
icons are oh, you said in green or whatever.
yeah, and like green version and stuff, and
Red
like
and blue, they're fucking adorable little things.
they can be, but I mean, like if you look at like Charmander, he actually looks like a badass, not like an adorable little dinosaur man.
Well, there had to be a couple badass poster boys to put up to say, "Hey, if you're a 9-year-old boy, there's something cool in here for you."
Yeah, that's true. But either way, but the other thing too is like the game was going to be a lot darker before Nintendo was like, yeah, let's make it a kids game. And like for instance, when Gary's fucking Pidgeot dies, when you murder his Pidgeot, you murder him in the first game. You murder that.
I mean,
bird.
let's be fair. He had it coming. He was kind of a dick.
He was kind of a dick, but then. What?
I had this really stupid realization that you guys were arguing about privacy for like 20 minutes and I didn't say a thing. But the second Pokemon came up, I'm like, wait, guys, wait. Hold on. I feel like there's some fair points.
Yeah, you're not worried about privacy, but Pokemon though.
Pokemon is very important. This is a
The
very
vote is
important
hell.
issue. Yeah.
The vote is hell.
Basically, Pokemon's a dark fucking world, man. But I
disagree.
would
It's a
totally
very,
love to
very-
live in the Pokemon world.
Dude, it's made darker by the fact that it's glossed over in this weird Stepford Wives kind of angle.
Yeah, it is very strange.
Like, let's not acknowledge how morbid and creepy this whole shit is.
Yeah, it is really weird.
And we'll market it to kids.
And we've already talked about how the lore is very strange and like totally doesn't make sense in the Pokemon world at all. Like it's just fucking weird. It's just weird out place.
Weird
Crazy
out.
5,000. Like they have a god. There's a deity. There's a deity Pokemon. Also, like, why don't Pokemon just rule the fucking world? Because, like, if there were still dinosaurs that lived
They're benevolent.
today, if they, yeah, well, not some of them. Some of them are like fucked up and they're gods and they fucking
live in
murder
caves.
things. They destroy mountains and stuff. But no, but like, yeah, no, like the gods and stuff. Like, why don't they kill it? Because if there were dinosaurs that still lived today and they could like breathe fire and call thunderstorms, we would not be the dominant species on Earth at all. That wouldn't happen. We would be like Reign of Fire, that really bad movie with Christian Bale in the early 2000s. That's what the world
Well,
would
that's
be.
the thing is, Pokemon, everyone's fucking happy, man. No one needs to hurt each other. There's no reason to.
don't
Except
know,
for Team
man.
Rocket, who
Yeah.
only want to hurt
Well, yeah,
you
they're
in sort
pieces
of
of
like a
shit, though.
Looney
Nobody
Tunes
likes
kind of
them.
way.
And
That's
then
why
really,
they always.
and that's the other thing. What the fuck is up with law enforcement in the Pokemon world? There's these Team Rocket guys who are going around stealing Pokemon, fucking up houses, stealing shit, and then they're like, "Hey, 13-year-old boy, can you deal with this?"
They
What
don't
is-
ask them to deal with it usually. It's usually just you just kind of do it anyway.
That's
Is there a
almost
leader?
worse. That's almost
there a
worse
leader
'cause
of
it's
Team
like the
Rocket?
incompetence. Yeah, Giovanni.
Yeah, it's Giovanni.
Giovanni, and is there like a president of the world of Pokemon or like a king or
That's a
something?
good point. Who's the? Is
Not
there?
really.
I don't
Th-
think.
It's like,
There's-
why haven't they
I don't even think
declared
there's a
war on
government.
Giovanni?
Yeah, there's no governmental structure.
Maybe
to
that's
speak
why
of in
Giovanni was
Pokemon.
able to do what he did. There's really no government. There's just kind of police officers and,
Well,
and
there
It's
there
an
are some
apocalypse
police
story.
officers, but that's the thing too, is that like a lot of the police officers, all they do is literally just sit around on a road and then see a kid walking down the street. He's like, "Hey, you want a Pokemon battle?" Like they're no different than anybody else. They're just sitting on the
No, they're
street.
different. They don't challenge gym leaders. They just stand in one place. That's how they're different.
That's true. Yeah. People must get tired because they're always standing up in the Pokemon world.
And walking in place
Yeah.
sometimes.
It's weird. It's a weird Sisyphusian.
They should get a
strange
bicycle.
reality.
just call me a sissy. What the hell?
Yeah,
man?
you're a Sisyphusian.
Sisyphean.
Sissy.
But like, there's
People from Physius.
I
the Greek state.
played Pokemon Blue like, you know, over 10 years ago. Well, maybe not over 10 years ago, but about 10 years ago. And that guy in Pallet Town has been running back and forth for those 10 years, just telling me like, "Hey, you can press A to read signs." He's
Until
still
your battery
doing that.
runs out.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
his sweet death.
Yeah, yeah. Like I want to come back.
Kill
I wanna,
me.
if I was ever a game developer, I would do stuff like that, where like if you boot up after 10 years, and then you'll talk to the character and be like, "You know, when you weren't around, it was like the world wasn't around. I don't
Gonna
understand."
give somebody a complex. Didn't have to think that deeply to play a Pokemon game. Nintendo evidenced that already.
It's like when you close your eyes, nothing exists anymore.
Quantum superposition.
Yeah.
Everything not in your line of sight doesn't exist until you bring it into existence by looking at it.
Yeah.
Think about that.
That'd be crazy.
Thanks for watching.
Your eyes
everybody.
are shining light balls into reality that cause things to manifest.
That'd be cool. You know, you can't see color at the edge of your vision.
Yeah, we tested that too.
Mm-hmm.
You
It's
gotta
actually-
put like a
here-
red object at the corner.
Yeah, people, if you want to fuck with your family at home, here's
And
what
you
you
do.
can do. Yeah, you do. Tell your mom or dad to put their arms out at the very edge of their vision, just as far like keep moving their arms until it's about a 180-degree angle. But like tell them to keep moving their arms until they can't see their arms at all from their peripheral vision. They have to look straight ahead, and then wait until they can see something at the very edge of their vision of their hands or whatever, right? Okay, when you do that, when they've done that, then all you got to do is take an object that they have not previously seen and something that they can't really identify what it feels like, and put it in their hand and ask them to tell you what the color is.
And if it's your penis, you did it wrong. You did the trick wrong, guys.
Then you did it
I actually
exactly
gonna make
right.
a joke too.
Yeah, but here's what'll happen if it's something like they'll tell you just some random fucking color, like because they actually can't perceive color at the very edge of your vision.
You say they like only they can, or like you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah. Your parents are stupid, but I mean, really, technically, they actually have like a 1 in 7 chance, which is pretty high considering.
It's red. Holy shit! How did you know?
Yeah, you should do like 3 just to get a better sample set.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that'd
And make
probably
them all red.
be safer. Yeah.
You know, there's ringtones that only kids can hear. Also,
Oh, really?
Those
yeah,
were awful.
yeah,
They were. They would have those in fucking. It was in middle school, and
Oh, really?
the teachers wouldn't be
oh
able
well,
to hear
I
it.
wasn't alive when that was a thing. Or wait, I was already alive. Actually, the other way around.
I was just saying, like in classes in middle school, there were like 3 people who had that ringtone, and it was the worst. This is really high pitched noise, like kind of like I guess what you think a dog whistle would sound like. And
What are you even trying to prove at that point? Like,
I don't
oh,
know.
I got you one over on you, teacher. Oh, I got a phone call in class and you didn't call me out for shit. I'm superior.
Yeah, it's like when people would play Game Boys in their class with the volume up. Those dumb motherfuckers.
What did you think was gonna happen?
Although I gotta say, it became like a cool kid thing, which is so confusing because like in elementary school you were like a nerd if you were playing Pokemon in class, and then in high school it was like a cool kid fad to bring out your old Game Boy Color and play Pokemon.
Sure.
Was it? In high school, you were
It
still
was.
fucking
Teachers
nerd if you did
confiscated
that.
them.
Well, I mean, if you did it at lunch, then you were a nerd, but if you did it during class, then
What?
you were a rebel.
What
Yeah.
does that have to do with anything?
Well, because if you're doing it at lunch, it's already kind of allowed, but like if you're doing it during class, then you're a rebel, and that really sticks to the rest of the cool kid mantra kind of thing, And you were doing something that was like cool to like younger kids, and we all know about it, DAE, this indie gem kind of thing, but for everybody, and it's just like, wow, that kid's so cool. He's playing Pokemon Yellow right now.
Just
Since when he's supposed to do in math? Yeah,
DAE.
DAE. Yeah,
And then if you bring your Game Boy Color to college, people call you a hipster.
yeah, yeah.
All the different things that bringing a Game Boy can do to
Yeah,
your
it's-
image.
Bring your
it's
Game
true.
Boy Color to work, you get fired. So that's.
Do you really?
I don't know.
You can play it
I-
on your computer, you just
you
can't
know
bring the
what?
Game Boy.
I mentioned this one time. I think probably on Magic, but like one time I brought my Game Boy Color on a plane, and this is not when I was a little kid. This was like a year ago, maybe. I think I was going to Florida or something. I was playing with my Game Boy. I was playing like a Pokemon Blue or something, and the plane was about to take off, and a lady came over and she was like, "Hey, you're gonna have to turn that off." And I'm like, "Lady, this technology is from like '95. It runs on 2 AA batteries. This is not gonna fuck with anything that you have in your cockpit. It's a Game Boy. It's a Game Boy Color. It's not. There's no
Wait, was
Wi-Fi.
it was a random lady or was it a
No. It was
flight
just a flight attendant.
attendant? Yeah. Well,
They
I'm
don't
pretty
so
have to know
bullshit.
what all the electronic devices are that exist.
Yeah, but like she was roughly my age. Like she couldn't have been that much older than 20. Like she knows what a Game Boy Color is. She played with it when she was a kid. Probably
you
got one in
sure?
the back. Yeah, I'm sure.
Check your privilege, Rob. Not everybody had a Game Boy growing up.
But like, unless they were like homeschooled or like locked in a closet.
Now you're
for
calling her
years.
homeschooled because
It's
you didn't
possible.
recognize your Game
Dude,
Boy.
You know what? I'm gonna say if you are 22 to 23, and you don't know what a Game Boy Color looks like, what happened in your life? That's
Well,
my
they probably don't know what
question
it
to
looks like because it's on the edge of their vision right now. They can't.
Yeah, they
That
don't know
must
what
be
color it is at
yeah.
all.
They don't. Yeah, they don't know. Maybe it's the Game Boy Pocket. They have no idea. They can't tell.
Or maybe they were out like camping in the woods or like biking or doing like normal kid stuff and not
For
doing nerd
several
stuff like
years.
us.
For several, they just lived in. Were they raised by wolves?
Hey man, hey, come on now! Don't bring wolves into
Yeah,
that.
you
What the
are
fuck,
insulting
man?
this lady.
That's
like crazy.
offensive.
Straight wolf.
I'm offended.
But I just found it really funny. They're just like it's AA batteries. I think these are the only 2 AA batteries on the plane right now. Let alone
It still emits some kind of frequency. You don't know that for sure.
No, it can't. The reason they tell you to turn off those electronic devices is so that you can plug in the headphones and watch the advertisements that they play at the first 15 minutes of the flight.
Wait, what?
The advertisements that they play at the first 15
Here we go
minutes of
down
the flight.
another Rob hole.
Wait,
No.
my planes don't even have TVs, so I don't know what.
Do they not?
No, I've been on
Planes
one plane that's had a TV before.
You went 2
Oh my
levels deeper
God.
than I expected. I was expecting you to say they wanted you to turn it off so you're not receiving Wi-Fi signals.
No,
And
no.
you actually went another level below and said there's actually a money-driven malicious agenda that they want to advertise to you.
I mean, there is. That is exactly what's
But
happening there.
wait, no, I have the proof that that's not true because our planes do that and we don't have any advertisements.
Well, that's a very strange thing that you've been on planes that don't have TVs.
Wait, but
now.
wait, do
I
you-
had that happen too. It's not that weird.
That's
do you not
pretty
fly on
weird.
Southwest? Because Southwest planes do not have TVs.
That sounds awful.
And I was
They don't
on
even
one
have,
of
they
the
don't even
United
have the
flights,
TVs in the
didn't
rows.
have anything.
Well, I'm not even talking about the individual TVs. They don't even have the TVs in the, like above your head in the rows.
No,
There's
nothing.
Jesus
No.
Christ, those planes suck.
They're brand new planes. Southwest replaced with other planes recently.
Really? And they didn't put
Why
TVs
did they
in
want
the
us
planes?
to turn off our devices then, Rob?
No,
Wait,
probably
do
to watch
you
the,
get lunch? Do you get lunch when you fly on planes?
Yeah.
No, Southwest doesn't do that. They give you
Yeah, I
peanuts.
didn't get lunch either
Oh
at
my
United. I could
God.
pay $10 for a chicken wrap, but it was really
God,
bad.
Those planes sound awful. JetBlue gives you you have a full television in the back of the person in front of you's seat, and there's like there's 60 channels, and there's they actually just added Wi-Fi, and there's like all of XM radio as well, and they give you free food and I mean as much free food and drink as you want actually. You have to pay for headphones, but like beyond that, there's nothing.
I kind of prefer not to have a TV on the back of the seat. It's actually pretty annoying because the lady next to me kept bumping into the thing and changing the volume on it.
Oh,
I mean, it wasn't like making it louder, but it was like I just saw this bar go up and down. I just wanted to turn it off, but I didn't want to bother her because her elbow was sitting on top of the remote.
Yeah, well, that's that lady's fault because that's not her armrest, that bitch.
Well, I had an armrest on the left, but my remote wasn't on the left. I was in the window seat. It was on the right for some reason.
Because that's supposed to be your armrest because the person in the aisle has a left arm. Well, no, because sort of, yeah, but I mean, you also have your shoulder caked into like the side of the plane, so like not really. You're supposed to have like room to your left unless you're on the right side or the left side of the plane. Because the aisle guy is supposed to have the left armrest. That's why he has all that room to the left. So you're really only supposed to have one armrest. And the
lady in the middle of 3 seats gets screwed in both directions?
No, she has leftwards movement as well. She has the left armrest. So you have a left armrest, the next guy has a left armrest, the next guy has a left armrest. If it's
no, I believe that, except they put my remote on the right.
They put your remote on the right?
Yeah.
And you were sitting in a window seat?
Yes. She was on my remote.
So was she on the wing?
What?
You said that you were
She was
against,
to the right of me, and my
seat.
remote was on the right.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
I was on the left side of the plane.
Oh, okay. Well, I got confused. So it's the rightwards for you then if you were on the left side of the plane. You said left earlier, I swear. Anyway, but yeah, like on the left side of the plane, it's the right armrest that you have, and then on the right side of the plane, you have the left armrest. That's how it's supposed to be.
Okay, well, she took my armrest.
Yeah, well, that lady's a bitch then, because she's not supposed to.
They could have just put the remote on the left, and nobody would have had any problems.
Yeah, but then see, like if you put it on the left, then the guy to your right is going to be fumbling with his stuff on the left, like getting into your business. And
you know what? When you were talking about how that person like should have known about your Game Boy, this is why we're different types of people. Some people don't think about what fucking side of the armrest is. They would just go, "Hey, lady, can you move your arm, please?"
Yeah.
I make a freaking story about it and think about it for 2 weeks. So I have anxiety problems, and I play video games, and I'm an introvert. It's a whole different world. Some people aren't like that, and they don't even know about Game Boys.
Well, basically, that lady should have let me play my goddamn Game Boy Pokemon Yellow. I was pissed. I had to sit and watch their stupid ads for 15 minutes.
I think you're projecting your narrative on everyone.
No, you actually can't change the channel while the advertisements are playing.
You cannot.
We don't even have TVs.
Yeah, but they also do the safety thing at the beginning too.
Yeah, we have those.
They have an actual person to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the last two.
Well, yeah, they do the safety. Actually, no, they totally advertise you because like after the safety thing, they say like, hey, you could buy this, you could buy this, you could buy this, you could buy this on the plane. They always do that after the safety thing.
They just tell us that you can buy beer if you want. And that's all they say.
They say they're gonna bring you free complimentary drinks.
So they don't want you on the
all I got.
Yeah.
That's advertising to you. You can buy alcohol if you want.
Yeah, I'm not offended if you're gonna give me free drinks. I don't really care.
No, that's true. I'm saying to the ulterior motive to not letting you use technology. No, I will agree that probably like Wi-Fi would probably interfere with stuff. Although wife time would, yeah. I mean, if you're banging your wife in the middle of the plane, that probably would interfere with a lot of stuff.
Excuse me, Captain, I need a little wife time. Could you please keep it down for about 15 minutes?
Can you turn down the lights and light a candle?
You bring the rock into a lull or up, either way. Hey, baby. I can show you some real turbulence.
Yeah.
I can give you a little bit of a complimentary beverage, if you know what I'm saying.
Basically, it's bullshit. I want my 15 minutes back. I want my 15 minutes back on Pokemon.
You go ahead and open your emergency exit for me. I need to make a emergency exit.
That's confusing.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
It's like spreading apart her butthole. Is that what we're saying?
I don't get it a second time.
Yeah, because if that is what you were saying, then really we have to consider that the emergency exit has two different meanings within the same sentence.
I think I don't get it a third time, and I think that's about where we need to stop.
Yeah, that's good.
I can't not get it anymore.
Emergency exit anal. Write that in the comments if you got to this point.
Wild Ride.
I know the exit is anal, Rob.
No, I'm saying if you got to this point in the video, write emergency exit anal in the comments.
Oh. I'm imagining like a big inflatable slide opening up out of someone's butthole. And then people
It's
jumping
got like
out and sliding down.
It's like a slip and slide except with KY jelly
Oh, that's
out of her
adorable.
beehole. That'd be really handy, actually.
Freaking skid marks down the slide.
Oh. But maybe that's the
Butthole
future of
leaving
anal
other
sex.
buttholes.
I'm
Like,
just
maybe you
imagining
just get,
someone
like, an
going, like
implant.
taking a poop, and a little slide falls out, and the poop just rolls down the.
Oh my god! Imagine
that'd be a
somebody
lot better.
poops out of the butt door, but it's not even that person's butt poop. It's someone else's poop coming out of the poop door.
Oh, I see. That's interesting. So you could like poop into other people's butts.
Yeah, it's like
people's
proxy.
butts.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. Actually, I wouldn't mind a butt slide implant because then like you never get that splashback sometimes. Like if you got like a heavy
Gently
log.
lower it down. Maybe you could even equip your poops with little parachutes so they just lower into the water.
That'd be good. Or just like a little like a
Poop
turn
issues.
crank. Like you just like pull a turn crank under your balls and like pull it up, and then you have this little thing. It's like. And you just
And
like,
then your
lower
balls
the
will just
poop.
kind of rotate in the sack to, acting like gears.
Yeah, exactly. And the poop just lowers into the water. And then they have toilet sharks that come and eat it off the thing, and then you can just and bring it back up into your butthole to get the more poop out.
Wait, what do they bring back up?
The empty tray, like a shark cage.
Oh, the butt sharks come out of your butt.
Yeah, to
I thought
eat
they
the-
just
like
live in
you-
the toilet and
No, like
just
you remember,
subsist off the poop.
yeah, you remember the Jurassic Park when they lower the cow or the goat into the
Yeah,
into
yeah,
the
yeah.
thing, and then they pull it back up and there's no goat.
There's no
It's
goat.
like that, except it's poop. It's
Someone
not a
told
goat.
me velociraptors weren't real.
I think they're liars.
I think so
I
too.
think
What's
they
up with
fucked
that?
themselves.
Who told me that?
Actually, you want to be ruined on dinosaurs for the rest of your life? They all have feathers.
That's not true.
They don't all have feathers. Well, see, but here's the thing though, because we had always known that some of them had feathers, and then now we say more of them have feathers, so it actually is entirely possible that they all have feathers.
They could all be fucking like purple for all we know. Like
It's true. We don't know what color they are. Like we just make up some colors, but we have no idea.
They don't have any kind of pigmentation genes like in their bone marrow.
that,
Maybe
dude,
I don't know. I don't think
you're
the marrow
way
would
too
last.
science.
Yeah, I
you're
don't-
way too science on me right now. I can't handle this.
Yeah, I don't think they can even extract marrow from the bones.
I think I can track
I thought a lot of them were preserved like really well when they're frozen.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
I heard that if you take a mosquito, you could actually extract the DNA and
You
make an
can.
entire theme park out of them.
Yeah, they made a cartoon about it actually.
Oh yeah, what was it called?
Oh god, I actually forget.
It's Blue's Clues.
It's some sort of DNA pun, isn't it? And that's called DNA.
They never talk about RNA.
They didn't
Which is a
really
bunch
talk
of
about the
bullshit.
RNA. Yeah,
Who's Renee?
she's hot.
Zellweger?
Who the fuck is Renee Zellweger?
I feel like we're running dry here.
That's an obscure reference.
I feel like we're not, which is the terrifying thing. How long
Yeah.
is this episode
that
been
was
going? My
it's
God.
we're at 1 hour and 18 minutes exactly.
We're getting close to record time. I think 120 is about as far as we've ever gone.
Yeah, probably. Although I
Well-
think that one was like we were actually playing Magic.
That's bullshit.
Oh,
Nobody
that
likes-
one was stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was somebody in the comments actually directing people to other channels where they actually play good Magic. It's so funny to me.
That's funny.
This is a bullshit thing where we talk to each other and magic just happens. That's the only thing you need to know.
yeah,
that's it.
yeah, basically. Also, I can't hear you guys when I scratch my left ear because my headphones
So
are
you're being
broken.
advertised to.
Yeah, exactly. They're advertising to me. It's bullshit. It's a load of bullshit, man.
All the cameras.
Exactly.
Reload of something.
Yeah. Well, Renee Zellweger, Mondays and Fridays.
Not on Wednesdays.
Dingleberries.
Dingleberries.
Later.
Emergency exit anal. This is Alpaca Patrol signing out. Peace, fools.